Hi friends, in the last class we have seen 5 problems on cash flow statement, and today I wish to continue with 3 more problems on this chapter. I hope you might have gone through the problem that I have explained you already. You might have had some idea about the 3 activities through which we will be knowing. Actually, simple words, cash flow statement is nothing but the the difference between the opening balance and closing balance in simple words. Difference between opening balance and closing balance is nothing but either increase in cash flow, net increase in cash flow, or cash used during the year. See, opening balance 100. If it is coming to 50, closing balance 50 rupees you have used. That 50 rupees that has been used, that means the 100 rupees is the opening balance. 50, if it has been used, 50 is the balance. That 50 how you have used. Or 100 rupees has become 200. 100 rupees is inflow. That 100 rupees inflow, how you are getting it? Through these 3 activities. This is to have more clarity. This I have already explained in the beginning. Okay, so I think that is the logic. So I think initially just for a couple of problems you will be having bit difficulty, approach to the chapter. Once if you understand this, I think this topic is very easy. You need bit of practice. That's it. Anything whenever you are learning for the first time, I think you or me, anybody, you are learning for the first time, I think you will be a bit confused in the sense where this activity will go. Simple words, you will be looking at the receipt of operating activity, or say payment of operating activity, and receipt of what is that is called as investing activity, or payment of investing activity. So is the case of financing activities. Okay, now let me start today with the 6th illustration that has been given. The following data were provided by the accounting records of Rian Limited at year end 31st March 2011. Income statement has been given, sales and cost of goods sold has been given. Is this clear? Then we got the information of gross margin has been given, I think. Yeah, gross margin has been given. Then operating expenses including depreciation has been given. So I think this 31,000 rupees is nothing but your 31,000. That 31,000 rupees is, you can see, sales minus cost of goods sold is nothing but your gross margin means profit. From that operating expenses they have deducted, and then including depreciation expense. Other income has been given, interest expenses paid, other income expenses, interest income received, gain on sale of investments, loss on sale of plant, then income tax paid, comparative balance sheet, 31st March. When you look at the comparative balance sheet, I think here they have not mentioned you the year properly. I think it is this, they've slipped it, or they might have continued. Yeah. So I think which is the date is bit confusing to you, maybe it is not been given properly. I think this what they have missed is here 31st March 2011. This is 31st March 2010. I think they have slipped here. So this is current year, this is previous year. Okay, so plant and asset, accumulated depreciation, investment long term, current assets, inventory, accounts receivable, cash, prepaid expenses, liabilities, share capital, reserves and surplus, bonds, current liabilities, account payable, accrued liabilities. Okay, income tax payable. This is current year, this is previous year. This is previous year outstanding. Analysis of selected accounts and transactions. Purchased investments, very simply straight away given. Purchased investment, you know where it goes. By this time you are clear, you are having clarity. It will go to investment. Sold investment, this will be taken to investments. And purchase of plant assets, this will be taken as investment. These 3 items will be taken to, these are investing activities, no? And this one also. Sold plant assets cost 10,000 with accumulated depreciation of 2,000 for 5,000. I think these four activities come under investing. We got information on investing. Investing activities. Issue 10th of 1 lakh bonds of the face value in an exchange of plant and asset. I think this is issue of bonds. I think issue of bonds has already been given. This is issued for consideration other than cash, you write. So when it is for consideration other than cash, no effect of any inflow or something. Repaid of 50,000 of bonds at face value. This is financing activity, no? 15,000 shares is financing activity. Paid cash dividends financing activity. Pay, and then they're asking prepare cash flow statement A3 revised using indirect method. Whenever they talk about indirect method, this is about operating activities. This is about operating activities only. Okay, now, so what is to be done? How to start the problem? Is asking you to start. Is asking you to start from where? Is asking you to start from indirect method, operating activities. So now the point is that, sir, how to start operating activities? We need net profit, no? So the net profit, how to find out the net profit? Net profit, I think if you look into it, the problem here, we have seen sales minus cost of goods sold, gross margin, gross profit, operating expenses, 31,000, other income expenses. This 23,000 is nothing but net profit. This is net profit before tax. Net profit before tax. So we got 23,000 as net profit before tax. Now let us look into it. What are the things we need to adjust to get back? We are following indirect method, no? I think you know that this depreciation has been deducted, am I right? So it is to be added to net profit. Then interest expenses paid. Interest expenses paid for the time being is to be added back, because this is, even though it's a cash flow, but this will not be considered for ascertaining the cash generated from operating activities. So interest expenses paid is to be added back, and you know that this interest expenses paid will be taken to financing activities. Then interest received, interest income received generally will be received on investments, no? So this is related to investing activity, but this has been considered added to get the profit and loss account. To find out operating activities, this is to be subtracted. Okay, then gain on sale of investment. Gain on sale of investment, of course, it will be included in sale of investment. So gain on sale of investment, because of that net profit has increased. So this is to be subtracted. Is this clear? Loss on sale of plant. This is a non-cash outflow. It's neither inflow nor outflow. Sale of land, because we will be looking at the sale proceeds, we will be taking to investing activities. Therefore, because of loss, your net profit has decreased. It is to be added. Okay. Then next, when you look at the income tax part, we discussed that income tax treatment by taking a small working notes. So what I do here, I'm giving you, I got the space here. So what I do, I'll be taking working notes on income tax paid. Working notes on income taxes paid. I think it also has been given in the material, but let me explain this. So, income taxes paid we want. Income tax paid I want. So, how to get income tax paid? In profit and loss account, if you look into it, in a statement, they have given income tax, they have given, but they haven't mentioned that income tax has been paid. You can see this income tax, and you know that you also got the adjustment relating to income tax payable previous year and outstanding. You all are aware. You know that to find out the expense that is being paid, that you have learned in final accounts, for expense you need to add previous year outstanding expense less current year outstanding expense, then we will be getting expenses paid. In simple words, we are converting the accrual basis into cash basis. So the income tax paid, what I am doing here, income tax expense plus previous year outstanding minus current year outstanding. What is income tax expense? 7,000. You got it in the problem. Previous year outstanding is 5,000. Current year outstanding is how much? 3,000. You deduct it. Then income tax that has been paid, you will be getting it. So 9,000 rupees is income tax paid. This is nothing but you are not learning anything. Like we used to do salaries paid. In single entry you learn salaries incurred to get the salaries paid to prepare cash book, salaries paid plus previous year outstanding minus current year outstanding because this has not been paid, then expense that is to be debited. Now income tax paid, to get back to income tax expense to be debited to P&L account or salary debited to P&L account, income tax paid plus current year outstanding minus previous year outstanding. I think it is not a new thing to you. I think you can understand. You can easily follow this. We have done conversion of accrual basis to cash basis, simple words, right? I think this income tax treatment is clear. So then after that, I think we can get up to this. We can get what is that is called as the cash generated from operating activities. I think that is clear to all of you. Then after that, we are having some information. What is that information we are having here? About current assets. Look at the current assets part now. Current assets, if you look into it, you have discussed already. This is previous year, I have told you. This is current year. Current year inventory increased. When current year inventory increases, there is an outflow, no? That means you are buying inventory. So I am putting it in brackets. It is changes in working capital. It is to be subtracted. Similarly, account receivable, 55,000 rupees, account receivable has become 47,000. So that means there is a inflow. Here it is a outflow. I am putting brackets. Inflow, it is to be added. Is this clear? The difference here. Here the difference is 34,000 to be subtracted. Changes in working capital. Here 55 minus 47. It is coming to how much? 55 has become 47 means 8,000. Then cash we should not consider. Prepaid expenses 5,000 has become 1,000. So that means there is a decrease in prepaid expenses. When prepaid expenses are decreasing, there is an inflow. So what is that amount we need to add? 4,000 rupees is to be added. Is this clear? So I think this is about current assets. Similarly, we got some information about current liabilities. These three things which I have explained you will be taken to changes in working capital. Then now let us look into it. Current liabilities. Accounts payable. Accounts payable 43,000 has become 50,000. That means the creditors is increasing. When creditors is increasing, inflow. That means you are buying on credit. Then what happens? You are postponing the payment. That means you will be having enough cash with you. So accounts payable 43 and 50,000. There is a 7,000 inflow. We say inflow. Increase. Accrued liabilities. Accrued liabilities is the same case. 9,000 has become 12,000 means there is an inflow. We are changing. So that means there is a increase in inflow. This also will be taken to changes in working capital. Now let me take you to the solution. Already I have explained you net profit, how you got net profit before taxation. There I have given here in the solution net profit before tax. So net profit before taxation has been given to you, and then adjustment for depreciation, so it is to be added back. Then gain on sale of investments I have told you to be subtracted. Loss on sale of plant is to be added, I have told you. Interest expense is to be added because this is to be taken into financing activity. Interest income is to be taken to investment activity that has been considered as income, therefore it is to be subtracted. So operating profit before working capital changes. Then I have already explained you decrease in account receivable 8,000. Here I have explained you already. I think it is clear to you. Here I have mentioned is inflow, no? Inflow. Decrease in account receivable and increase in inventory. When inventory increases, what happens? Inventory increases, you are buying using the cash. So there is a outflow. That is why they are putting it in brackets. Decrease in prepaid expenses means future expenses has been decreased. So there is an inflow. Okay. Then increase in accounts payable. Because of that, what happened? When you are borrowing from the outside, you are postponing the temporarily payment is being postponed. So is the case of accrued liabilities. Because of that, there is a inflow. So I think if you look into it, for this operating profit before working capital changes, if you add all changes in working capital, you will be getting cash generated from operations, and from that income tax paid, we have done a small working notes how to get that 9,000 rupees that has been put a star is nothing but working notes. So 9,000, then you are getting net cash generated from operating activities. If you are getting negative, we can say net cash used from operating activities we can write. Then we got an adjustment. Already this also has been explained to you. Purchase of plant. Purchase of plant has been clearly mentioned here in the working notes. Purchase of plant 1,20,000 plant and assets. I think that is clear, is a outflow. Sale of plant, you are having the adjustment there. Sale of plant, you can see here. Sale of plant, asset was cost 10,000 with accumulated depreciation for 5,000. I don't need this. I need, suppose if something like purchase of plant is missing, sale of plant is missing, then to open plant and asset account, this information will be useful, which one accumulated depreciation, etc. But when straight away they have given you the depreciation for 5,000, this is nothing but sale proceeds. When sale proceeds are given, straight away we can take to where? Investment activity as inflow. So they have taken sale of plant. Then purchase of investment. Purchase of investment also has been given here, 78,000. I told you already, investing activity inflow. Okay, is this clear? So purchase of investment. Then let us look at the sale of investment. Sale of investment, they told you that sold investment 1,02,000. These investment cost 90,000. I think I need only proceeds. No, this is proceeds. I don't need loss or profit. So right away you can take 1,02,000. Is this clear? That is what has been given. You can see 90 minus 1,02,000, no, 12,000 they have created to profit and loss account here. Gain on sale of investment. but I think that is the reason why what they have done, that has been adjusted to profit and loss account. They have added that, they have subtracted. You have you noticed? Because this 12,000 rupees is included where it is included in sale of investment. Gain has already been included. Next, interest received. I told you interest received is investing activity. This we have actually added to P&L account to find out net profit before tax and net profit after tax. That to find out operating activity inflow, interest received has already been subtracted there, and it has been taken at appropriate activity heading, that is investing activity. Now I think you got a negative value. No, I've explained last class net cash used. Okay, this is what used. I think from cash flow from investing activity is negative. That means we are using. Outflow is more than inflow. Next, let us look at cash flow from financing activity. Proceeds from issuance of share capital. Proceeds from issuance of share capital, you got here issued 15,000 shares of 10 rupees each. He hasn't mentioned anything like what is that is being called as premium, etc. So 15,000 to 10, 1,50,000. Similarly, repaid 50,000 bonds at face value of maturity. This is outflow. Paid cash dividend. This is outflow. I think these three things you can find out. You can notice here. Proceeds from issue of share capital, repayment of bonds, dividends paid, and interest paid actually was debited to profit and loss account. I told you there we have added to get operating activity, and that is to be taken at appropriate heading, that has been taken to financing activity. So therefore we are getting net cash from financing activity 69,000. Now I told you if you look into the overall effect of this, I told you net cash from, when you are getting positive, they are using net cash from financing activity. If they are getting negative, they are using used. Is this clear? I think if you look at it, 47,000 minus 85,000 plus 69,000. You can take the calculator, you can see this. Let me cross check also again. Sometimes maybe totaling mistake, generally it won't be there. We cross check 47,000. Let me take one more positive value, 69,000 minus 85,000, you are getting 31,000. This is net increase in cash and cash equivalents from operating, investing and financing, net effect of it. That is a net increase or net decrease. Sometimes if you are getting brackets, net decrease. And to this we need to add cash and cash equivalents at the beginning of the period. I think cash and cash equivalents at the beginning of the period has been given to you in the problem itself. You can see we don't have any equivalents, we are having only cash. But I think I told you in the last class also, you can write cash or cash and cash equivalents, whether it is equivalence is there or not, we can take as a cash. Okay, so we can take as a cash and cash equivalents at the beginning of the period 15,000, and then we are getting cash and cash equivalents at the end of the period 46,000. This 46,000 also has been given here. That means solution, the solution itself, we are having the answer. This 15,000 in the beginning, 46,000 is the end. So when you are doing your problem in the study material, please kindly make updation. This is current year information, this is previous. I think this is missing. Okay, my dear friends, and the working notes also has been given in the problem, that has explained you to have a clarity is there. Whatever I have written there, the same working notes is also mentioned here. Okay, so then therefore let me take you to the next problem. Illustration 7. The balance sheet of Sun Limited for the years ended years ended 31st March 2011 and 2010 were summarized as follows. Okay, 2011 rupees they have given you, 2012 they have given to you, right? Now equity share capital we got 60,000, 50,000. Then we are having so I think you can see the difference. Equity share capital, unless something is given, it's clear. This is like again previous year, this is current year. For the time being, you can see inflow, unless there is any information like bonus shares. For the time being, just roughly I am telling you, there is a 10,000 inflow, no? 50,000 has become 60,000, means there are two possibilities. There are three possibilities, I think. What are three possibilities? Fresh shares have been issued in the current year, one possibility. Bonus shares has been issued, second possibility. Issue of shares for consideration other than cash. With pencil you can put like this later on. If there is nothing, it is not relating to cash outflow, you can delete. Just for us to, without again wasting of your time, just you can go for comparison. And then if you look at the P&L account, 4,000 has become 5,000. It means there is a current year profit is how much? Current year profit is 1,000 we are getting, am I right? For the timing, the difference between 4,000 and 5,000, and that also we can see later on. Trade payable, I think when you are going for indirect method, you know that there is an increase in trade payable. Increase in trade payable is changes in working capital, I told you, which will increase. Current liability will increase. Current liability increase, you are postponing the payment. So there is an inflow in activity by how much? 1500, sorry. 1500, the difference. When you are doing the problem, you should be careful about this. Sometimes the problem this they will be giving you a previous year, this as a current year. So please remember, some study materials I have seen. Generally, if you go by financial statements of company format, first column which appears is current year, next column is previous year. If they follow like this, it's good. Sometimes in the problem, they may be giving you this 2010, they may give here, this 2011 they may be giving here. There you should be careful, otherwise the entire scenario will change. That is why I am writing current year and previous year. So when you are looking at the problem, I think these small things you should be paying attention. So taxation we have done already, like last problem we see, we go for working notes on this if any information. Now dividends payable also we discuss on that. Dividend payable also we discuss later on. This is outstanding, no? Right. Fixed assets. I think premises at written down value has been given. Fixtures, written down value. It appears to be some change in the amount. Vehicles, change in the amount. These things we see looking at adjustment. Short term investments. I think as one of the students were having the doubt, sir, short term investment, when we were discussing after completion of the theory part, short term investment 6 months I have told you as excuse me, somebody was asking that, sir, why can't we take as a cash and cash equivalents? When short term investment, without giving you the period of maturity, you can assume, I am telling you, you can assume as equivalent. You can assume as equivalent just like cash. Okay, now bank and cash is cash. I think these two will come under cash and cash equivalent. So this cash equivalent, this one, assumed. Why? Because we don't have any number of months. Because I have seen the problem, or else sometimes in the adjustment, if they will be giving you 6 months or something, like the treatment will be different. It will be taken as investing activity. Current assets, inventory, inventory has increased. So there is a decrease in there is a outflow, because when inventory is increasing, there is a cash outflow because you need to buy it. No, trade receivable, and trade receivable 6,000, 8,000 has become. I think this is very clear to you. When debtors are increasing, mean they are postponing the payment. Okay, I think here these two are current assets to be taken as changes in working capital. Working capital. Here also same thing I have told you. These two will be taken as trade payable, will be taken as changes in working capital. Okay. Now, how you got that 1,000 has been given. Profit before tax 4,500. Taxation provision, or whatever you call as profit after tax. Declared dividend is how much? 2,000. Okay. This is dividend payable. This is 2,000. This is current year. This is previous year. I think this is how you got retained profit of 1,000. Next, if you look at the further information that is available, depreciation for the year. When you look at the depreciation for the year, we got fixtures opening balance, vehicles closing balance, proceeds on disposal, means the amount that has been collected. I think this is what actually I need. This is written down value, profit on disposal, because depreciation for the year, vehicle they have provided, proceeds on disposal, written down value of the vehicle that has been sold. So therefore you are getting a profit of 700. I think I don't need profit now. Okay, then they are asking you to prepare a cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March 2011. So as I told you, you should start with net profit. Now the question is that, sir, what are things we need to adjust? What are things we need to adjust to find out? So I think it's very clear. Depreciation has been provided. Depreciation for the year 1000 plus 2500. So this depreciation is to be added to net profit. To find out cash generated from operating activities. Similarly, profit on disposal they have added. I think this is to be deducted from net profit. Am I right? These three things are clear to you. So net profit before taxation, it has been given. This is what I need to start with. This is profit before tax 4500. So profit before tax 4500 has been given here. Okay, profit before tax, because the profit and loss account for the year ended he has given. How you got this 5000 and 4000? As I told you, this is simple words, retained profit, not current year profit actually. Better use the word retained profit, my dear friends. This is after all adjustments. Sorry, I have not seen the last adjustment actually. So that is what, when you will be getting initially, we have seen the previous problem, when nothing is mentioned, the comparison you are taken as a current year profit. So initially you will be having impression like that, you make a note. That is what I told you. Even equity share capital possibility. Then if it is anything wrong, you delete it. So that time can be saved. That is what I am looking at. So now we got information that in the problem itself he has given profit before tax 4500. So profit before tax they have started. And to start cash flow from operating activities, I should always start with net profit before taxation. If that information is not given, we can take 1000. Depreciation, I have already told you 3500. From where you got? Depreciation is fixtures and vehicle. Depreciation is fixtures and vehicles. It is coming to 1000 plus vehicles 2500, 3000. And I have told you already, profit on sale of vehicles here I have explained you. It is to be added to, it is to be subtracted from net profit. Then we are getting operating profit before working capital changes. I told you, whenever there is an increase in trade receivable, increase in inventory, simply you are blocking the cash. When you are blocking the cash, what happened? There is an outflow. Is this clear? There is an outflow. 2000 is outflow, 3000 is an outflow. Increase in trade payable. When increase in trade payable, this also we have discussed. When there is an increase in trade payable, my dear friends, what is to be done? When increase in trade payable, it means you are postponing the payment. When you are postponing the payment, you will be having enough cash with you. So 1500 rupees is increase in inflow. So therefore, we got cash generated. Therefore, we got cash generated from operations. Next, income tax payment working notes will be same like previous one. We got income tax now here. What is income tax that has been given? Income tax expenses, you can see taxation expenses 1500. This is, nothing is mentioned, taxation expenses. Okay, this is taxation expenses. To this taxation expenses, you can do one thing. To this taxation expenses, you need to add the liability at the beginning of the year, that is 1000. You should deduct the liability at the end of the year like previous one. Then you will be getting, say, income tax expenses is how much? 1500. 1500 to 1500 you need to add 1000 rupees. 15 plus 1000, 2500. From that, if you deduct 1500, what is income tax that is being paid, my dear friend? 1000 you will be getting. Am I right? I repeat once again. We have done the previous problem, same adjustment. Income tax expenses has been given how much? 1500. 1500 you add 1000. 1500 plus 1000, 2500. From 2500, if you deduct 1500, that is current year outstanding. Is this clear? This is a liability. This is outstanding of last year. This is outstanding of current year. So then you'll be getting 1000 rupees income tax that has been paid. Okay, that has been given anyhow in the working notes, that you can see So same like previous problem that we have discussed. So we are getting income tax paid working notes 1000 rupees. So therefore you are getting net cash generated from operating activities amount to 2800. Then sale of vehicles, I told you already. Sale of vehicle himself has given that there is a cash flow. I told you this we can directly pick up because I don't need any profit or loss, because when sale proceeds are given, remaining things are unimportant, unless if you also got any purchase of vehicle or something like that, then that information may be useful. Otherwise I think no need to panic. These things you have learned in single entry. Last few problems we have done in the one particular, if you remember, I don't remember, maybe 16th or 17th problem, we were having purchase of plant and machinery, sale of plant and machinery, one problem which is exclusively covering opening of account including accumulated depreciation concept. So I think these things you learn. So for cash flow statement, what is that I need either receipt or payment. So 1700 is a receipt. Okay, I think that has been clearly mentioned. So sale of vehicle, how much I got? 1700 rupees has been given. Now the question is, I told you, if any information, further information, when you compare it, I told you, like opening of a vehicle account, depreciation has been given, and if you look at the vehicle here, 12,500 and 8,000. Now we need to cross check sometime, is there any information about purchase of vehicle or not. But in the solution, if you see, he has given a hint. Actually they have done the problem, no? Yes, solution they have given a hint that there is a purchase of vehicle. There is a purchase of vehicle and there is a purchase of fixtures they have given. So what I do here, I'll be going for working notes in the gap. I think I got the gap, no? So okay, here let me take, I'm doing the working notes, my dear friends. I hope in the between, whenever I'm having the gap, I'm doing working notes. This is working notes number, actually one they themselves have given. Vehicle, I think they have given the working notes number 2 if I am not wrong. Okay, for vehicle they have given you working notes number 2. Okay, whatever it may be, we open the vehicles account here. In vehicle account, 2 balance brought down was given in the problem. 2 balance brought down vehicle has been given as, I think 8,000 rupees has been given. You can see. Vehicle balance, how much was given? 8,000. Opening. Closing has been given as 12,500. Okay. Then after that, vehicle has been sold. $1,700. You also got depreciation. I think here it has been given. Vehicle depreciation for the year is 2,500. So what I am doing here, I am writing by depreciation 2,500. This is what I was telling you. Sometimes there may be purchase. If purchase is not there, directly we can go. We can cross check. That is what I have been telling you. By depreciation 2,500. Then we also got some profit on sale of vehicle. No? This is depreciation including on the purchased one or sold one. So this 2,500 can be depreciation of the year, can be on purchased one or sold one. If we get difference, obviously we will be getting difference. I think this is 12,500. No. By depreciation, this is current year. This current year depreciation is including on purchase, if at all we are getting, and also sale. These are the information that has been given in the problem. And you know that you got profit. Profit on sale will be debited to vehicle account, no, to P&L. That is profit on sale. You got 700 rupees profit on sale. Now let us see the total. 1700 plus 2500 plus 12,500 minus 8,700. Now you are getting how much? To bank addition. That means vehicle has been purchased. What is the amount you are having? 8,000 rupees. So total it is coming to 16,700. So I think the sale has been given in the problem, but which is missing information? This is balancing figure. This is balancing figure. I think similarly we also can see the fixtures here. Fixtures account. I hope you all are following this. We have done it in single entry, how to find out the missing information. Fixtures to balance brought down. You can see 11. Yeah. Fixtures 11,000 opening, 17,000 closing. And as far as premises opening and closing are same, so there is no adjustment. Fixtures balance 11,000. Be careful while writing the balances. You should see which is opening balance, which is closing balance. Buy balance carried on 17,000. And you also got depreciation for fixture that has been calculated. You can see what is the depreciation that has been calculated on fixtures. 1,000 rupees for the year. So depreciation 1,000. So now you can see 17 plus 1 8. 8 minus 11,000. 7,000 is fixtures purchased during the year. To bank balancing figure is nothing but addition. This is addition. Addition means new fixture has been purchased. Okay. So this 7,000 is outflow. This 8,000 is outflow. So this is what has been done here, my dear friends. They have given like working notes number 3. This you got the clarity. This you got the clarity. This sale of vehicles you got the clarity. This income tax paid also I've explained you. Now coming back to issue of shares for cash. This also already I've explained you. Okay, issue of shares for cash also I've already explained you. Now dividends paid, working notes. See, simple words. It is also again same like outstanding expenses. Declared dividend for the year. The dividend that has been declared in the current year is given here. Declared dividend 2,000. So 2,000, from that you shall add previous year outstanding. Here somewhere has been given, just a minute. Dividend payable 1,000, you add 2,000 plus 1,000, 3,000. Treatment will be like just like income tax minus current year dividend payable 2,000. If you take out, you will be getting dividend paid is how much? 1,000. I think same thing has been given here, working notes. Income tax paid I have already explained you. Same is the treatment for dividend. Declare dividend, add amount payable at the beginning of the year less amount payable at the end of the year is nothing but dividend paid. Okay, dividend paid. So is the case. This is previous year outstanding. You are adding. This is current year outstanding. That means I am converting the accrual basis into cash basis. So is the case of income tax. This is previous year outstanding. I am repeating once again. I am following which one? Accrual to cash. This is accrual, paid, expenses incurred, add previous year outstanding, less outstanding at the end of the year, income tax paid. From here if you go back, you are converting the cash basis into accrual, because I need to find out cash receipt and cash payment. I need to convert accrual into cash basis. I think this fixtures they have done it differently. Working notes, fixed assets acquisition. I think if you are comfortable, you can do it. Otherwise, I have already opened the account. I think ledger account which is comfortable to you, you can do it. Otherwise, if you are able to understand, you can follow this method. Right, my dear friends? I think these two problems, if you look into it, now we can come back here. So This dividend paid also you got from where? So now let us see. I think everything I have been explained to you. So if you look into it, we got operating profit before working capital changes, and these things I've explained you. Net cash generated from operating activities. Now again we are having negative value, that is net cash used in investing activity, that has been subtracted. Then after that we went for net cash from financing activities. We are getting positive. Now I think if you look into it, 2,800 minus 13,300, you are getting 10,500, and 10,500 and 13,300. If you look into it, you are getting, just a minute my dear friends, 2,800 is positive, no? We are having 9,000 positive balance, minus negative is how much? 13,300. Negative means outflows. 1,500 is 15 net decrease in cash. So previous problem we have used the word net increase. Here net decrease in cash and cash equivalents. To this cash and cash equivalents at the beginning of the period. C note has been given. What is that note, sir? They have given note about, this is cash and cash equivalents. This is note they have given. Note to cash flow statement. Bank and cash opening, short term investment they have assumed as equivalents. This I have told you in the beginning. So therefore 6,000 plus 2,000 we are getting 8,000 as cash and cash equivalents. So I think we are getting negative value, no? To this, if you add cash and cash equivalent 9,500, and this is what I have started today's discussion stating that 9,500 is the cash at the beginning, but it has come back to 8,000 because outflows are more than inflows out of all the three activities. So that means what is the closing cash equivalent we are having? 8,000, which is clearly mentioned here. This is current year, this is previous year. So today one new point you learned, short term investment has been assumed as equivalent since what has not been given? Since what is that they have not given, my dear friends? Since the period of holding the investment has not been given, we are assuming as short term investments. Okay, now let me take you to one more problem, my dear friends, that is illustration number 8. I hope you all are following this. Now 8th illustration, if you look into it, Ms. Jyoti of Star Oils Limited has collected the following information for the preparation of cash flow statement for the year ended 31st March 2011. The net profit they have already given. Net profit 25,000. Dividend including dividend tax paid is financing activity. Provision for income tax we don't need, actually we discuss later on. Income tax paid during there has been given. This we deduct after finding out cash generated from operating activities. Loss on sale of assets net has been given. Loss on sale of asset net has been given. Book value of assets sold means, I think to get the cash outflow, 185 book value minus loss is equal to sale proceeds. What is sale proceeds? 185 minus 40, 145 is the sale proceeds. This will be taken as investing activity. Next, depreciation charged to profit and loss account is to be added. Profit on sale of investment, I think you know that these two, if you add carrying amount, that is book value, on that you are getting 100 rupees profit. It means 27,765 plus 100, you are getting 27,865 rupees as sale proceeds of investing activities. Is this clear? This is nothing but Sale proceeds of which one? Investing activities. Like when you are reading the problem, I think I told you, you first work out with pencil. If there is any adjustment, then you can make later on changes, so the time can be saved. Interest income on investment is clear, investing activity, but I think interest income on investment is to be added to operating activity. To get the operating activity, cash generated from operating activity, it is to be subtracted, interest income on investing, it is to be subtracted first, not added, sorry, they were already added to get the net profit. It is to be subtracted, and this will be taken to where? Tell me. Investing activity. Interest expenses of the year, it is to be added to net profit. This is NP, means deduction from net profit. Here I am using the word net profit, and this will be taken, interest expenses will be taken as financing activity. Okay, interest paid during the year. Interest paid, acha, this is important, my dear friends, sorry, this is to be added, and you can see 10,000 minus 10,520. So if you look at it, actually the expenses is 10,000, but how much I should take for what is this being called as interest paid? This is interest expense of the year 10,000. This 10,520 has been paid. Maybe previous year outstanding you might have paid. See, for cash basis, we don't consider whether that cash is related to payment is related to current year or previous year. These things I have explained you in the basics. I think you might have learned it, those who are from CA Foundation, not for profit making organization, or in single entry in the beginning. The difference between cash basis and accrual basis, you are having the notes, you can see the beginning of single entry. There I have explained you. So interest expenses paid, this will be taken as financing activity. But since interest expense of the year has been debited to profit and loss account, your profit has been decreased, so to net profit you need to add how much? 10,000 rupees. Is this clear? 10,000 rupees has been debited to P&L account to get back cash generated from operating activities. This 10,000 rupees is to be added back to net profit. But if suppose this 10,520 is not given, then we can assume that interest expense of the year has been paid, then we could have taken 10,000 as interest paid. So is interest paid separately has been given, how much we should take? 10,520. Next, increase in working capital. So increase in working capital means current assets minus current liabilities. So current assets minus current liabilities means, when this is an important point, without giving current assets classification, current asset wise classification, current liabilities wise classification. Current assets are more than current liabilities, we can say there is increase, excluding cash and bank balance. Simple logic. Current assets increases, your amount has been blocked. So this is to be taken as outflow for changes in working capital. This can be taken as changes in working capital as outflow. Next, purchase of fixed assets, very simple, is investing activity. Investment in joint venture is investing activity. And then expenditure on construction of work in progress. That I need to explain. Wait a minute. Proceeds from calls in areas is a financing activity. Okay. Then receipt of grant for capital projects we discuss. Proceeds from long-term borrowings, financing. Proceeds from short-term borrowings, financing. Okay, in this question we don't have any cash or cash equivalents. Okay, so then we can start looking at the problem. I think the working notes I have already explained to you. Now this is what expenditure on construction work in progress. This is what I want to highlight. This construction of work in progress. Construction is investing, no? When you go for construction of building something, like it is nothing but what is that called as generation of assets. Capital work in progress. I think you can understand if I put it like this. Work here. somewhere I have seen, just a minute, this is solution, no? Yeah. Expenditure on construction of work in progress you can take as a capital work in progress. And then uh, receipt of grant for capital projects. So receipt of grant means like it's a financing activity. You are getting money for generation of capital projects. So receipt of grant is a capital receipt. So that is why this is to be taken as which activity? Financing activity. I think you can do the problem very simple. So net profit before taxation. You can see what is net profit that has been given, 25,000. So this is before tax. Net profit, provision for income tax has been given as 5,000. So what they have done, this net profit after provision for taxation. We assume that this provision for income tax, because he has not mentioned, that is net profit before tax. So we assume this is net profit after tax. Net profit after tax. That is why we are assuming this provision for income tax has been adjusted. So this provision for income tax is to be added back to get net profit before tax. That is, they have done it. Are you following what I am saying? See, we assume that this 25,000 provision for taxation has been given, means this has already been deducted. Whenever you are starting the problem, we need to have net profit before taxation, you know. So net profit before taxation to get this is net profit after tax. If you add provision for tax, you will be getting net profit before tax, and that after getting cash generated from operating activities, you can deduct income tax paid during the year. I think this is straightforward. So net profit before taxation 30,000, and I've already explained you depreciation 20,000. Loss on sale of asset is to be added back. I've told you everything I've explained. Just we can cross check. Profit on sale of investment is to be subtracted because they have added interest income on investment. It has been 2,506. This also I've explained you already in the problem, my dear friends. If you look at that, 2,506 interest income on investment is to be taken as investment, but it has been taken as it has been created to profit and loss account to get cash generated from operating activities. It is to be subtracted. Interest expenses also logic I've explained you already, 10,000. So interest expenses 10,000 is to be added, and then interest expenses paid is to be taken as financing activity. This I have told you already here. 10,000 add to net profit, and this will be taken as financing activity. Okay, so changes operating profit before working capital changes, and changes in working capital. I've given the reason. When changes in working capital increase, he said there is an increase in working capital. Increase in working capital means current assets minus current liabilities. When current assets are more, our current liabilities are less. Anything, current liabilities are less or current assets are more. Current liabilities are less means you are making payment. Current assets are more means amount is being blocked. So ultimate net effect is there is a decrease in cash balance. So that is what is being called as outflows. If I put decrease in working capital, then it is to be added. Since he says that in the problem, very important point, very rarely you come across, increase in working capital, subtract. If there is decrease in working capital, it is to be added. Please remember that. Okay. Then cash generated from operations. From that income tax paid, for the first time we are getting net cash used. We used to get net cash generated, not net cash used in operating activities, negative. And then cash flow from investing activities. So sale of assets, already I have given you working notes. Working notes has been given. Here also I have told you how you got 145 rupees. Okay, so that 145 rupees has been taken out. Where is it? Just a minute. Yeah. And sale of investment, this also I have told you already. Interest on interest income on investments, I have also told you. Purchase of fixed assets has been straight away given in the problem. 14,560. Investment in joint venture, no working note, straight away has been given. Expenditure on construction, work in progress, also I told you already, is nothing but capital work in progress. I told you. You learned capital work in progress word. in foundation, building under construction, not for profit making organization chapter you people have learned. So net cash used in investing activities, cash flow from financing activities, proceeds from calls in areas. Calls in areas due has been received is nothing but share capital increases. So therefore financing activity. Receipt of grant for capital projects. Grant is nothing but capital receipt. Source for buying some construction activities. You need money, no funds. This is called as financing activity. Proceeds from long-term borrowings, financing activity. Proceeds from short-term borrowings, also financing activity. Interest paid, this I already explained you. 10,000 is interest expenses, but interest paid is 10,520. This is also what activity, my dear friend? Financing activity. Then dividend, including dividend tax paid, is also financing activity. So then 27,514 you are getting from cash flow from financing activity. So if you look into it, we are having negative net cash used in operating activities. Here net cash used in investing activity. These two things, first two activities are we are getting cash used. It means outflow is more than receipt. But for last one, financing activity is more. I think if you look into it, you take the calculator. 27,514 is a positive balance. 27,514 is a positive balance. From that you deduct 22,634 and you deduct 2,890. I think you are getting 1,985 positive. So that is what net increase in cash, or sometimes you will get net decrease. Last problem you have seen 1985. So cash and cash equivalents at the beginning of the period 5,003. This was given in the problem, and if you add that you will be getting 6,988 as cash outflow, cash and cash equivalents at the end of the period. So we are using, I think better use the word equivalents. Whether equivalents are there or not there, you can use the word equivalents. And this already I have given there, explained same. I have already explained this 145 rupees how you got that particular point. Interest income on investment has been received during the year. It is assumed that interest income on investment has been received during the year, because if you look at the interest income on investment has been given and has not mentioned anything. This is what I have told you also at the time of explaining. When nothing has been mentioned, we are assuming as received. The same point I have explained here also. Just a minute. On this also same thing I have explained you. Interest expense of the year. If this is not given, we can take this has been paid. Say so is the case of interest income on investment, and we don't have, since interest income received, we are assuming this income has been received. Okay, I think these are the very good problems from the examination point of view. I think the advantage you people are having, we are covering all the problems from study material, and then and tomorrow I will be taking 2 more problems. With that we will be concluding the class. I think then you can practice questions, etc. You can take mock test papers, RTP, whatever it may be. I think definitely you should be in a better position for working out cash flow statement. I hope you all are following this topic. I'm trying my level best to convince you, explain you. So I think you keep on practicing, revising it, right? Thank you very much. God bless you all. We continue our discussion in the next class. Thank you.